Started out with news of U.S. senators being issued satellite phones in preparation for a disruptive event. Now it's rumors that employees at the Mayo Clinic were given this in Arizona. The Safety and Emergency Management Department at the Mayo Clinic in Arizona is looking for volunteer amateur radio operators to assist with communications during emergencies when official, external, and internal communications are unavailable. Amateur radio is a powerful communication tool and an important part of emergency response efforts. As a Mayo Clinic amateur radio operator, you could participate in incident command briefings and meetings, set up and maintain communication equipment to provide ongoing communication support for hospital and incident command, relay hospital status reports to other regional hospitals, net control for local emergency operations center via amateur radio, communicate reports to the incident command team, and keep accurate records of incoming and outgoing messages. On one of my videos that I had made, somebody had mentioned Blackjack. Operation Blackjack is a story of a series of terrorist nuclear attacks on major western cities and the aftermath. Now, it's a long video. I recommend looking it up for yourself and watching it. It's an interesting operation.
Urging private sector partners to take immediate action to shore up their defenses against potential cyber attacks. We've previously warned about the potential for Russia to conduct cyber attacks against the United States, including as a response to the unprecedented economic costs that the U.S. and allies and partners impose in response to Russia's further invasion of Ukraine. Today, we are reiterating those warnings, and we're doing so based on evolving threat intelligence that the Russian government is exploring options for potential cyber attacks on critical infrastructure in the United States. Urging private sector...
Look, today my administration is issuing new warnings that based on evolving intelligence, Russia may be planning a cyber attack against us. As I said, the magnitude of Russia's cyber capacity is fairly consequential, and it's coming. The federal government is doing its part to get ready, but under U.S. law, as you all remember, the private sector, all of you, largely decides the protections that is you will or will not take. But look, today my administration...
Hey, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Awashai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect, man. And just real quick, because, something's coming down the pipes. And, as I've said, many other Akim have said, on how life as we know it is about to extremely, dramatically change. And I'm just going to go ahead and start off with this real quick, because when these prophecies hit, man, when things happen, it's going to be quick, it's going to be swift, it's just going to be one of those things. It's just like one thing after another. Like the scriptures talk about the plagues, when they get sent out, man, you once an arrow gets shot out, man, you can't draw it back. So again, something's brewing, something's coming. And I'll just get this real quick in Revelation chapter 22, verse 6. It says, "And he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true. And the Lord power of the holy prophets sent his angel to show unto his servants the things which must shortly be done." All right. You see, because like the scriptures say, our salvation is nearer than what we believed. All right. So the things that shortly must be done, man. This all events are leading up to, or basically setting the stage for Jacob's trouble. All right, which is dangerously around the corner. All right. And while you have other Israelite groups, all right, those among the circumcision, those that are supposed to, be in the truth and whatnot, You know, a lot of these guys are worrying about basically slandering the men of the Lord. You know, start from the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, because that's what, you know, is just quite, to be frank with it, man. A lot of these guys are jealous. They're envious because they don't have that top spot, that top position. You know, and a lot of these guys, man, they just get off on just, again, making the men of the Lord look bad, man. The holy prophets look, you know, trying to make them look bad, you know. Meanwhile, we're living in the midst of prophecy, man. Shit is about to pop off. And as I've said, life as we know it is about to change very dramatically. So that's why, you know, we got to stay in our P's and Q's, man. Because, Lord willing, that day's not going to catch us like a thief in the night. And these guys, they're not even warning their people. They're not even warning their congregation what's coming down the pipe. Right? But I'm going to go ahead and read verse 7. It says, "Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book." All right, because again, that's the time that we're in. You know, like I said, the living in the time of the fulfillment of prophecy, man. And shit is about to happen. So something dramatic is about to happen that's going to change all of our lives. You know, because it's easy to get caught up into the, you know, this routine that we all are so caught up in, you know, on a daily basis, right? And sometimes we can tend to forget. You know, we might tend to slack or whatever the case may be, but you know, we gotta, you know, quickly dial back in the spirit and you know, get back on point. You know, because again, that day's not going to catch us like a thief in the night, Lord willing. So, and like I said, because it said, "Behold, I come quickly." Because like I said, when these things happen, it's just going to be like, oh shit, you know, and it's just going to be one of those things. It's just like one thing after another, swift. You know, like, where the hell did this come from? And 2020 was a beautiful example of that, you know. Because that's another thing, man. You know, what's going on in the news is this new, they're talking about prepping for the new pandemic that's going to be much deadlier than the first one. All right, which we all know or should know by now that was pretty much just a test run. But again, that just goes to show you how quickly things can change dramatically. All right, you know, because, you know, basically they're talking about this what do you call it, I forgot what they're calling it, man, because I posted this on my my backup channels, and you know, Lord willing, I remember, I just put the link to it in the description here. But they're suspecting Russia to retaliate because, you know, supposedly you have some NATO and American troops basically attack Russian not even soldiers, but just regular civilians in Russia, supposedly. And that's the video that I posted it on my backup channel. Lord willing, they don't take the video down, right? And now they're suspecting, like I said, Russia to retaliate. You know, and I was going into that first clip that I played. You know, they're giving these satellite phones, right, to basically certain individuals in case of this event, in case of an event, right? Just bear with me. I'm trying to look for this real quick because I forgot what they call it. And this isn't even to mention, because again, something's going to happen where it's just going to be different. Life as we know it is going to be different, because this isn't even going into not even to touch on the banking crisis right now. More and more banks are collapsing, and like I said, the stage is being set for a Jacob's trouble, All events are setting the stage for Jacob's trouble. All right, you know, and like I was saying, you know, we had these senators giving these satellite phones for a possible disruptive event, quote unquote. All right, because again, basically they're suspecting Russia to retaliate and hit, you know, Babylon with cyber attacks, hitting critical infrastructure, right? You know, which this is something that they've been doing in the Ukraine, if you've been paying attention, and a lot of the Ukrainians have been sitting in the dark, right? You know, America's about to be war riddance, man. You know, it's about to be, as I've always say, unrecognizable. You got a lot of those northern tribes coming here to so-called escape, you know, the harsh living conditions of where they're at, you know, from wherever they're at, not knowing and understanding that America's going to be ground zero for all hell breaking loose. America's going to be the worst place to be real soon, you know. And again, that's why we just got to stay on point, man. Get ready and be prepared mentally, spiritually, hell, even emotionally. I meant to say physically, you know. Let me get this real quick. In 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 31, it says, "And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away." All right, because again, things are about to change. You know, things are about to change, man. Something's getting ready to happen. All right, whether it be overnight, the next few weeks, next few months, but something's getting ready to go down, man. You know, and again, soon we're gonna wake up, and it's just gonna be different, man. It's gonna be different. You know. Let me get this real quick. I'm gonna just read this in the NLT real quick. It says, "Those who use the things of this world should not become attached to them. For the world, as we know, it will soon pass away." All right, and like I said, life as we know it is about to change. The fashion of this world is changing. Things are just going to be different. You know, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, he's moving the chess pieces, man. He's you know, moving everything into place to set the stage for Jacob's trouble. All right, because we're not going to be out here on the highways and hedges forever, man. The prophets are not going to be giving the warnings forever, man. Soon the Lord's going to, you know, shut this ministry down. You know, so get ready for some major changes, right? I'm gonna get this last one, man, and I'm just end it out just real quick to the point. And Peter, 1 Peter, chapter 4. In verse 7, it says, "But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer." All right, so there it is. Life as we know it is about to change. The fashion of this world is changing, and soon, like I said, brother, you know, sometimes we get caught up in the different routines that we may have or whatever, but things are about to be different. You know, and like I said, this is going to be like one of those oh shit moments. You know, like damn, here we go, going back to 2020, right? And I want to get this in the NLT as well, because like I said, you got a lot of these Israelite groups, man. They're you know, a lot of these camps are just straight up carnal, right? And that's why we got to be circumspect. We got to be on point, because in the NLT it says the end of the world is coming soon. Therefore, be earnest and disciplined in your prayers. All right. You see, because again, the end of this world. All right, not the end of the world in general, but the end of this world. It's coming to an end. The things, how this place is being managed, just like I keep saying, man, life as we know it, it's about to be different. One day we're going to wake up and it's going to be different. All right. It's just going to be different, man. So, like I said, expect changes. Expect something drastic. You know, expect something to happen, because, like I said, And again, Lord willing, I remember to put it in the link description. But supposedly you had some NATO and U.S. troops attack Russian civilians in Russia, right? So they're suspecting Russia to retaliate. But how would they know that if they're not juiced in? Because it's all all these guys, man. They're interconnected somehow, man. They're interconnected. So because how would they know if Russia's suspecting is planning a cyber attack? How would they know? Unless they're all juiced in together and they're all in cahoots with one another, right? But that was just real quick, Lord willing. It was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of great millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully, like.